Welcome to the War on Wellness. And today we're going to talk about game changing benefits of a plant based diet or a lifestyle. You know what I mean. Thank you for coming back. I'm here every Wednesday. Let's make sure that my Facebookers are in the room. Make sure my Facebook account is in the room because my group, they are so very important to me. So if you're a member of the Plant Based Penny Facebook group, which is Plant Based Penny Life, thank you for joining. If you're a member of Instagram, let's double check over here at Instagram. Instagram is here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, very good. I'm just always excited when technology works in my favor. Today, we're going to be talking about game changing benefits of a plant based lifestyle. And so, I am Penny, also known as Plant Based Penny. We're going to dive right into it because I have three game changing benefits. And I'm going to probably give you a bonus at the end because I'm just so generous that way. So these benefits, some you may have considered, some you may not have considered, but we're going to dive right in. So the first benefit of the plant-based lifestyle, these are game-changing benefits, is, and this is really important, it reduces your exposure to antibiotics and hormones. Antibiotics and hormones, and that is because of the animals. The animals, the meat, and the meat byproducts. And that is going to be really, really important because, and you may ask the question, why does that matter? But that means the plants that we eat, they have less or no antibiotics and hormones being shot into their rear end to make them plump up and be bigger and to make them grow to the point that it is unnatural. Now, there are some plants, of course, that we know they get a little bit bigger and have challenges in that area. However, when you weigh in the balance, the ramifications of the animals versus the plants, you're still going to come out with a negative benefit when you're eating the animals. So even eating your vegetables, even though it may not be the best vegetables, it's going to help you more because, like for instance, if you eat 100 calories worth of broccoli or carrots or whatever it is, cabbage, whatever it is that you eat, and you eat 100 calories of the meat, with the meat you also get the antibiotics, the hormones, the cholesterol, the unhealthy fats, the other things that are not present in the plants. So unlike animal products, the plant-based foods are going to be naturally free from those issues, and it's going to lead to fewer health complications and a cleaner, more natural diet. So you may ask again, why plant-based penny does this matter? So let's think about it this way. When the animal is given the antibiotic, for instance, the bacteria in their intestines may become resistant to that particular drug. Then the people eat the animal and they absorb the antibiotics that have been shot into their systems or put into their feeds. And that may make you resistant to antibiotic treatment. So when you get sick and you need treatment for something, then that dosage may need to be changed or upped, or you may become resistant to it. So it's especially dangerous for people who have comorbidity or who have compromised immune systems. So we're talking about the elderly, people uh, who may have chronic diseases, and also cancer patients. And it reminds me of when I was in an oncology unit, visiting a friend of mine, and they wanted something to eat, and they were offered, I won't call the product name, but they were offered a milk-based product. And so this particular patient was having a lot of problems with the mucus in his system. And that milk-based product was going to do what? It was going to increase you got it, you said it, increase the mucus in their system. And that was not very helpful. He knew that, fortunately, because he was his own best health advocate. And just because you are plant based does not mean that you're healthier than everybody else. Just because you don't eat meat does not mean that you're going to live longer than everybody else. But there's a good chance that you're not going to go before your time. And so it's especially helpful that you know and that you are aware so that you can be your own best health advocate. And so let me see what we have here. I want to thank all the people who are watching from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All those who are watching from Richmond, Virginia. Great. Someone says they found out about me through my website. Very good. Okay. My website, for those of you who don't know, is plantbasedpennylife.com. All of my handles are pretty easy to remember because I need things to be really simple for me. I'm on Instagram, Plant Based Penny Life, on Facebook, Plant Based Penny Life, on YouTube, Plant Based Penny. And so you can find me on all of those channels. Very good. So we're talking about the benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. And we're talking about the game-changing benefits. And these are going to benefit us, trust me. So the second one is going to be lower risk of foodborne illnesses. So I have to tell you this. So when we traveled, when we were in Singapore, I got really, really sick. I mean, I had just really definitely ill, not to the point of death, but I felt like I was definitely ill. Anyway, had to get back into a cab. The cab driver didn't want to take us because it looked like I was just going to keel over in his car. Long story. I found out that the source of my anguish and pain that I was feeling, the sickness, was because I had eaten something that was a meat byproduct that was in a recipe that I assumed did not have it in there. So I've gotten much better now of asking questions. And don't get insulted if I ask questions. If you have something to serve me, I have to protect myself. I have to be my own best health advocate, which is what I encourage everyone to do for themselves. And my travel partner will tell you that he gets sick more often when we travel than I do, because he is very exploratory. I will say he's more exploratory in what he eats, and that just means that he eats meat and I don't. So he eats the meat, and he's eating the cheeses, he's eating the eggs, and 9 times out of 10, I take with me my medicinal medicine kit. One of the things that I learned when I was in medical missionary school, which was 5 years ago today, that I was in medical missionary school in Costa Rica, is that you always need to have with you your own little medicinal medicine kit, because you can't always get to a pharmacist or anything like that. So I'll have to tell you the story later on of exactly, and ask me next time you see me. If you're going to see me in Chicago, where I'll be speaking at the Black Girls Run National Conference in Chicago, Illinois, at 1st of September. Hey, Sweat with Your Soul, ladies, how are you? If you see me there, ask me how I was educated by the pharmacists in Singapore about what I need to take with me at all times. It's really simple. It was charcoal, but I'll expound on that later. So, all meat, all of the things that made us sick when we were doing some traveling, our traveling abroad in our 3 continents and 7 countries so far, they were all either meat related or meat byproduct related. I have several stories on that. So, choosing the plant based options, they are going to minimize our risk of those nasty bugs and enjoy a healthier and safer just life, meals, travel, vacation time, downtime, whatever, just your existence. You're going to have less foodborne illnesses. The third benefit that we cannot forget about, and I'll start this and ask you a question first. How many planets do you have to live on? How many planets do you have to live on? I know I only have one. I mean, they're talking about going to some other planets, but I only have one planet right now that I can live on until that great good night morning. Fare you well, fare you well. And when I'll be right on the chariot and I'll be going to another time zone, another existence altogether when Jesus comes. But until that time, let's occupy until he comes. And down here on this earth, we only have one planet. So a plant-based diet and lifestyle is kinder and gentler to our planet. Plant-based planet. It reduces pollution and it conserves our resources. And a lot of people talk about the emissions, which livestock, I mean, it's responsible for like 15% of the gas emissions, the greenhouse gas emissions that go into our environment. But not only that, I mean, it's the industries that have to support it that burn all of the fossil fuels that contributes to the greenhouse effect. And simply, there is a movie. If you haven't watched this movie yet, it's called Cowspiracy. Cowspiracy. And it talks about how the vegan diet uses 13 times less water than a meat based diet. 13 times less water. And we know that water is a commodity that we cannot generate on our own. One thing that I really loved about, I'm just thinking about my 5-year anniversary of being in medical missionary school. One, it was in a rainforest, which was so lush, and we had, I think, there were 3 lakes on this 80-acre property. It was absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and so fresh, so fresh. The toucans and the hundreds of different types of birds. I digress. But it was so fresh because it was in a rainforest. What makes a rainforest a rainforest? Yes, the rain, but also the fact that it's a forest. It's a forest. And that's where we get our fresh air from that we breathe. So, deforestation. It makes room for livestock and it makes room for the crops that are grown to feed the livestock. So, I mean, how many of you have seen the trucks that are taking away all the trees? At least where I live out in rural Virginia, there's a lot of deforestation going on. Let me know if you're someplace other than Prince Edward County, Virginia. List your city if you've seen logging trucks. and they're taking away the forest in your area. So by eating more plants, we're not just taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of our planet. And right now we only have one earth until the new earth is built or created. And we need to be nurturing this one earth that we have, which supports overall health and safety of our humanity. So I'm going to double check right here and make sure that all is going well. I want to say hello to Basil, hello to Annie, and hello to Yardis, hello to Iris, hello to Stephen, Edward, all of you, all of you. Great to see each and every one of you on today. So thank you for joining me. But guess what? I still have a bonus. Yes, I have a bonus that I'm going to share with you. Today, we're talking about game changing benefits of a plant based diet. Oh, and so let me mention this. This is not the bonus, but this is an extra. There is a movie called Game Changers. Oh my goodness. If you have not seen the movie Game Changers, you need to see that movie, especially if it's somebody of a younger demographic or athletic person. Watch that movie because it talks about the benefits of a plant-based diet. It talks about it from the perspective of people who are athletes and who are professionals at building their body mass and muscles and who compete and get paid for this. So yes, that is another really good movie. So the first one was Cowspiracy. The second one is Game Changers. Make sure you check both of those out because they are awesome, awesome movies to watch for whether you eat meat or not. And they're not one of those like really gross movies that show baby cows and things being gutted and killed. It's not like that. It's not like that. So make sure that you check those out and recommend those to your friends. So, what is the bonus? The bonus on today's War on Wellness broadcast with your host, Penny McPherson, also known as Plant Based Penny. The bonus fact is that did you know that the plant based diet was the original diet for man? This is true. It was the original diet that we were intended to eat when God placed man in the garden. And that is why he provided us with a garden full of vegetables and fruits, nuts, all types of vegetables and fruits, plant-based foods. God did not kill an animal until after there was sin. And he made the clothes for Adam and Eve. But that's for another broadcast. But even our teeth, if you look closely, our canine teeth, they aren't designed to rip and tear apart meat. If we had to go out and live in the forest, we caught our food, we would not be very adept at taking a squirrel, rabbit, whatever it is, and ripping it apart to eat it. Anybody who knows who cooks meat, in order for the meat to be tasty, for us to cook it, you have to season it. What do you season it with? Plants. Plants. So plants are necessary. So our teeth, as they are perfect for enjoying bountiful, a bountiful amount of plants. And there's an African proverb that I want to share with you. The African proverb says that the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. And the second best time to plant a tree is right here and now. So it's never too late to make healthier choices for yourself or for the planet that you live on. And those are just some of the benefits of a plant-based diet. Those are game-changing benefits because those will help you and they will help your future and your planet. I'm Penny, also known as Plant Based Penny, and I help people move from problems to progress with plant based solutions. I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m., giving you food education and knowledge that come from my 34 years in corporate America and the education that I received in medical missionary school and by practicing and living with gurus and practitioners on 3 continents and in 7 different countries. So I bring grandma's wisdom and knowledge along with God's wisdom and biblical knowledge and my experiences to help you look, live, and feel well. So I look forward to helping you move from problems to progress with plant based solutions. We'll talk with you later. You know how to get in touch with me. Life at plantbasedpennylife.com is my email, and my website is plantbasedpennylife.com. I'm available for speaking engagements and one on one consultations. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.